Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Spodia stream. Nice to see you all here tonight. Joining us, with some playoff action and then some regular season action. We're going to start with the Amateur Gaming League, move on to the Evolution Championship Series. But if you want to know a little bit of me, I'm Spodia FC. Nice to see you all. Welcome tonight. We've got two matches coming up at the evening mark, but we already actually had one match earlier today for the Blackline Championship Series that we need to talk about. The Electronic Athletic Organization with a 4-0 sweep over Calgary Esports United. Next match will be Death Cloud Monkeys taking on Untitled Esports Red, and we'll end off again with that best of 5 regular season matchup with the Master Baiters and Underworld Wolves Black. In our first match here, the semifinals best of 5 matchup. Hold a second. Of course, you know, as soon as I close my door, that's when my cat wants to leave. Let me go. Hey, you want to be out? Alright, sorry about that. We're back already. Sorry, what happened? Yes, this is a best of 7. Yes, I do know in general this is a best of 7. This is the bracket for the Amateur Gaming League here. The semi-final matchup, single elimination as well. These teams have done exceptionally well to be here. Neither of them were supposed to make it to this point in the first place. With both of them having pretty low seeds coming into this. Specifically, Untitled Esports Red coming in as that 15th seed this bracket. To make it all this way, it's a impressive feat. Again, for Death Cloud, they made it here from the 11th seed. So both these teams were not expected to make it this far, and they both have, which is just baffling to me. Because on the other side, it's El Canton and Phoenix United, the last are number 4 seed. El Canton is number 18. It's a weird grouping. It really happens. Best of 7 part of the bracket. Despite the finals waiting for one of these sides, we're gonna have a really weird low seed in that final bracket, but yeah, that is what it is at point. This is Rocket League after all, and crazy things do happen. Look at that lineup. I know these teams said they were going to join in early. They didn't want to. I actually said we were going to start a little early. You're going to have that match in about an hour from now, so we might start the series off just a little bit early, just so that we maybe can not go over that time for the second series, because that is a late matchup. I don't want those teams to have to wait if we have to, but again, it's Untitled Esports, right? But if Untitled Esports, who have been on the stream a lot, Intermill will be a player that you'll recognize. He's been a coach for a lot of Untitled Esports teams. Death Cloud Monkeys, part of Death Cloud Esports, who has an org been in this team a couple times, but I don't think we've ever seen it. This team of players, Slain, Argnor, and Bandit, besides Zenith, Micah, Atomic Wrist, Bumbling, Babylist, and Intermill. Again, a best of 7 here, the playoff bracket for both these sides definitely commencing. We'll let these teams in as soon as we can. And we'll get these teams in any moment now. The series, again, apologies on the actually, we just had one of the players have their PC crash, which is great timing for that, right before we're supposed to start our series. And we'll get these players in as soon as we can. We gotta wait for a couple more, but I can only see for Death Cloud tonight, they are going to have their usual 3, Slain, Argnor, and Bandit. This side is going to be Micah, Zenith, and Atomic, or Atomic Wrist. I think we've seen on this stream a couple times already. This guy's been all over the place when it comes to what teams he plays for. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, though. I love to watch Atomic Wrist. He's a fun player, that's for sure. As we'll get these teams in any moment here for this series. And a best of 7. A real nice playoff matchup. Again, the semifinals is single elimination, so when it goes to the finals, you lose and you're out. Although, admittedly, a top 4 placement in this division is pretty impressive. It's the largest division by far, the C3GC1 division, with I think almost 20 teams in it. Let's see how many teams. All right, 25 teams in the whole So, tons of teams signed up for this division. We're into our top 4. It is, again, by far the biggest division in the Amateur Gaming League, so making the top 4 is quite an accomplishment. These teams want to go a little further than that, want to make it to the finals, want to contend for the crown and for everything the season has offered. That grand finals awaits one of these two sides. And both of them already making it. This is an incredible accomplishment, but I'm sure for them it's going to be very tough to overlook that grand finals, the fact that it's only one game away. Put these teams in any moment here and get ourselves started. Yeah, apologies on one of the players did have a PC crash, so we are going to get them in as soon as we can. As both teams are in, we'll be good to go. Again, I don't want to have this thing start late, but it could be a possibility, which is not a good thing. It's a best of 7. Our next match is about an hour from now, so I'm happy I told these teams to join in early, because thank goodness that would have made things really tough if we actually crashed right at the match start time. But hopefully, again, we'll get them all in, and as soon as we can. Hopefully all of you are excited for this one. The prediction poll is live, so vote for who you think will take this one. Cloud Monkeys, Untitled Esports. Red as the other player is now in, so we got everybody in the lobby here. So let's get this series underway. A best of 7 Cloud Monkeys versus Untitled Esports Red. A spot in the finals awaits one of these two teams. As here we go, let's get this series underway, and before we even get into this action, I will say that we have a slight name change. Obviously, Zen is Zenith. Now you decide, Fertnor. I don't know why he's gone with that name, but that's Argnor, who's decided to change his name into, I don't know. Anyways, here we go, best of 7 series. Untitled Esports Red on the orange side, Cloud Monkeys on the blue. Best of 7 series. 2 teams, 1 grand final spot for any of them, whoever wants it more. This match being as high caliber as it is, with how long the season has been for both these sides. While the fact of the matter is, them getting to this playoff bracket is impressive in its own right, with Cloud being the 11th seed and Untitled Esports Red being the 15th seed. The fact of the matter is, they're only 1 match away from the grand finals. Whoever loses this is going to feel that it wasn't worth it making this far, and it just... You want a top 4 finish. It's one of those things where it's so important to you, so getting on the board early will matter. As Micah doing just that for Untitled Esports Red, not even a minute into this game, and already won for the 15th seeded side, who just have to be the underdogs in every match they've played so far. That includes this matchup. With how far they've made it, you can't really call them underdogs anymore if they are in the top 4, if they are in the semifinals. As they play against Cloud Monkeys. Then, put away by Argnor. Cloud Monkeys just a lot of winning in the backline here. You can tell that this really is a game 1 for them. They're just trying to feel out Untitled Esports Red. Get an idea of how they play. I don't expect this to be continuous for Cloud. It's them being this hesitant to challenge. I have a feeling it's just a game 1 thing. Yeah, don't want to, go all in on game 1. You want to learn a little bit more. Really understand your other team. So I think the reason, at least for me, that's the reason why they're not really challenging all that aggressively, but that's a great chance for Argnor. Will be saved wide as Bandit now. Follow-up play will go low. Will be Untitled Esports to send the ball out. And a fake from Atomic Wrist. Couldn't get past Slane, but Zenith with another chance, and it will go wide of the net. Untitled Esports Red, definitely the team who's willing to play a little more aggressively early on. They don't even care about the whole learning process. They're just going all in on it. Want to start off the series quickly. They may get a chance, but a flip reset from Slane almost took away that opportunity. Still in comes Slane, but his play will eventually fall apart here as Zenith challenged anyways. Still Slane trying to chase after him. Zenith using all of his boost and looking for an infield pass. He's found Atomic Wrist, but the shot will go wide. And it is Untitled Esports Red who right now have that 1 goal lead, but you can tell this is going to be about as even as a match gets for these sides. Only 1 goal scored, but overall, very much either team really making any chances for themselves. Just a lot of plays that just fall very short of that net. At this point, it's just a midfield v midfield battle. No real offense, but nobody back for Untitled Esports, and that's about as easy as it gets for Slane. Or the touch that Micah had, it's one of those touches where you think he's dishing this off to a player, but nobody on his side was even close to him. A bad misplay. Here we'll tie this game up at 1. Again, as even as it can be so far for both these sides. And now, Untitled Esports looking for an answer, but will be kept out. And we're being a team that's in the lead at this point. Especially off a mistake like that, it definitely could set some doubt here on for Untitled Esports Red. How they've been playing. They've not really been playing with any doubt in their minds, but it's so easy to doubt yourself in a playoff bracket like this. It makes it even easier whenever you do make mistakes. You have to kind of doubt yourself and your abilities here. Everybody on this field is perfect, though, so really the best thing to do at this point is your season with how many playoff matches these teams have played is just to shake it off and try to play on. Semifinals. Lead the season definitely resting on these players here as a miss from Zenith. Micah will get through Slain, but it's Bandit to keep it away. Zenith again, but that's off the crossbar. And they've got Monkeys still just waiting right now. Waiting for an opening, and they're not getting that many of them. Sure, their goal came from one. Well, they've got to create their own chances. As Argnor maybe doing that. He's got the dribble. Look at the tuck it down, but Zenith will keep him out. Defco Monkeys again just not pushing up enough numbers. But here comes Slain. Off the midfield, a dribble on Atomic. Argnor couldn't put it on the net. Defco Monkeys getting a lot more aggressive at this point. I think they're realizing that they've done a lot of weight in this game. They need to start playing in a way that really does take this game for themselves. And this is a great way to do it. Just bring the offense and bringing the pressure. It's Untitled Esports Red. With the midfield who've had the offense so far. That chance just kept away by Argnor. As a mistake in front, Brandit will keep it out, but FK Monkeys finally have a great position here. Untitled Esports Red looking to take advantage, but clear the other way, back and forth. We're seeing these transitions to the midfield getting faster and faster, more and more decisive, more and more unpredictable. At some point, we're going to see a team get this play through the midfield and catch the other team completely out of place. 10 seconds to go. Maybe Death Cloud have found that chance. Micah already there. Argnor bumped away. I think Death Cloud Monkeys might be happy just to let this game end in overtime. But that Bandit will just clear it out. It should hit the ground. It will. And it will be overtime that we're going to here as this game tied at 1 each. As Death Cloud Monkey is looking to camp the answer, but that one not able to find its way through, being the team that just scored last in this game. Death Cloud Monkeys, you'd think the momentum was on their side, but it's really not been on any team's side throughout this matchup. Yeah, I feel like this is really more of a learning process kind of game than an actual part of the series, but that doesn't make a difference to how much it counts to your place in the finals. And it's Untitled Esports Red off a pass from Atomic to Micah that will put it in the top left corner. Death Cloud Monkeys weren't ready for it, and it's Untitled Esports Red who will take game 1. Still 3 more to go there in this best of 7, but they're one step closer to taking this match. And game number 2. Esports Red looking to sort of find a way to advance. This really find a way to have their offense succeed more. I think a lot of it's going to be finding Micah. At least with how Micah has played, he's been scoring a lot. And, I mean, you might as well feed the hot hand in this situation. Often teams try to overcomplicate things in these high-level matches, in these matches where you're kind of playing for that championship. But a lot of times the best teams are the ones that just simplify it. Don't try to overdo anything. Don't try to outplay anything. Just play their game, play it well, and recognize where it's working and where it isn't. Untitled, at least for now, the best way for them to think about this series would be in terms of, you know, recognizing that Micah right now is shooting well. You can find passes to him. He can find that net. As a big miss there. Whiff from Zenith. Could cost him here, but Micah will clear this ball out. Untitled Esports Red in a awkward position there, because that is about as recognizable a chance for Death Cloud as it can be. Again, with this game and with last game having been as low scoring as it was, any mistake can be deadly. Don't want to be in that position as Atomic Wrist. Look at him do a 1v2! And he's done it! Atomic Wrist gets past both defenders. And that is the first goal of Game 2. It goes to Untitled Esports Red. Maybe it's Atomic Wrist's turn to be the hot hand, be the one that scores the goals for Untitled Esports. They can have multiple players that can play that offense. That only makes things better for them here, as it makes things a lot more difficult for DefCloud to be able to stop their offense when it becomes less and less one-dimensional and less predictable. When you're on offense, so often you want to create that chaos. Really make it hard to read, because so often the offenses read the play a lot better than the defenses do. Why you see so many offenses just be so chaotic nowadays, because it's such a tough playstyle to play against. Having any edge over your team, over the other team, will be important here, as Atomic Wrist may have a chance to take one there. He's got goal number 2 there. As DefCloud Monkeys, it looks so casual there from Argnor to that corner. It looked so simple and so slowly played, and yet he didn't make the read. Untitled Esports Red will double their lead to 2, as they look to take Game 2 in a much stronger position. Atomic Wrist, who's definitely leading the charge so far. You really cannot, talk about this team without talking about how Zenith has been playing. As he nearly scores there off the crossbar. Well, Esports Red getting close to making it 3 goals there with Zenith, as he hasn't really been all that offensive a player. He's been much more defensive. You're seeing him so often just hit that ball into hard-to-reach places. He's been very clear-heavy, but it doesn't mean it's a bad offense, a bad defensive strategy. As long as those clears are powerful and put in promising positions, and that is exactly what Zenith has done so far. Touches have not been desperation touches. They've been much more, placed into, again, positions where it's going to be a lot easier for Untitled Esports Red to get to it than for DefCloud Monkeys. And making the Monkeys just chase even more after this play. And, for our last game went for them, especially by the ending of it. They had so much control. The fact that they are getting, moved all over the place here without any ball control, really telling to how Untitled Esports have recognized this series. How they're going to play probably for the rest of it. They want this kind of control. They want this kind of play, and they might get it as, Bandit there had an open net to look at. Essentially an open net with Micah completely baffled sitting on the goal line. But it won't go in. Still a 2-0 lead for Untitled Esports here, as DefCloud Monkeys will clear the ball away, as Micah won't get it. They'll leave the Bandit to clear. Right back to his own teammate in Zen here. DefCloud Monkeys just trying to play some plays on offense, but you can tell that's not happening anytime soon, especially with their clears a lot different than how we've seen so far from Zenith. Their clears are a lot more desperate, a lot more just straight to the Untitled Esports Red defenders. It's not an easy play to work with when every time they hit the ball, they just go straight to an opponent. Untitled Esports just feel a lot more controlled in how they're playing, a lot more sensible in their touches. Well, so easy to criticize these teams for how they're playing. It really is not an easy position to be in. Pressure's on you to hit every single touch perfectly. That's why Slade here, even though this is a relatively easy touch, you see how much he struggled with it. It's no easy position to be in the semifinals. Being a guy who's won the Indie Gaming League twice, I've had to go through the semifinals twice in my history in those championships. It is not a fun place to be in. In many ways, semifinals feel so much more stressful than the grand finals, because in the grand finals, because in the semifinals, you realize at that position that you're one of the top teams in the division, that it's only going to get tougher, that you are so close to making it to that championship match. It feels like in the finals, although there's a lot of pressure on you, you've already gone through it before in the semifinals, so this is really that stressful of a matchup, just by the fact that there's so many things you can be thinking at this point. These teams aren't underdogs all that much anymore, with them being in the top 4 left in this division. So many times, teams hide behind underdog status. You can't do that when you're in the semifinals. There just aren't that many teams left to really be considered an underdog in any real matchup. At this point, these teams have proven they deserve to be here. Now they need to prove they deserve to go even further. There's Micah. This one. Oh, a miss from Bandit! It's open for Zenith! And that might secure game 2 for Untitled Esports Red. Another mistake off the back wall for DefCloud Monkeys, and again, it just feels so casual from them when they go for these touches, and yet they just whiff it. And it allows Untitled Esports Red some open goals that they won't be missing. That should secure game 2 for Untitled Esports here. A continued strong start in the series. As DefCloud Monkeys, right now at least, just a bit too nervous. They're letting the nerves get the better of them. You're seeing these mistakes come out from this side. You're seeing Untitled Esports on the other side just not be that way. Not be nervous, just play confident, play calmly, and play their playstyle. And right now, they're succeeding because of that mentality difference. Going to game 3, I would not be surprised if we see DefCloud maybe take an extra few moments here. Really breathe, really talk to each other. This is a huge shifting point of the series. They can't pull things together. They're going to be left behind. Untitled Esports Red, again looking for that spot in the grand finals. Play the winner of 100x El Canto and Phoenix United Blast. Championship matchup with championship status. We'll get these teams into the lobby as soon as we can. Now we start game number 3 on Untitled Esports. Continued success tonight. There's been next to nothing that has stopped them. DefCloud Monkeys. I just feel like the nerves are starting to get the better of this team. At this point in your season, nerves are definitely becoming a much more normalized factor of playing. Still, it's tough to deal with it. No team plays better under pressure. And DefCloud Monkeys really are struggling right now as our goal will go in. Atomic with it. And it's Untitled Esports Red continuing to put plays straight on that blue net and give DefCloud Monkeys no time to work with. Quick goals, quick pressure. Untitled Esports Red again, not playing for excitement, not playing for intense plays. They're playing for the grand finals. They're playing for their season, but they're playing calmly. At the very least, if they are nervous, they're not looking like it. I do wonder if that's going to stay. If DefCloud can get a start in this game, but they just aren't getting it here. Untitled are giving them no chances. A amazing assist there from Zeta. It's a beautiful beat off the corner. Straight to Micah, and straight into the back of the blue net. There's a raid from Corporal Monkey Shines. A raid of 31. How you doing, my friend? Hopefully you're doing well. I got a long day today. Hopefully, I cannot write your name correctly. Hopefully you're doing well. We've got an Amateur Gaming League Semifinals matchup here. DefCloud Monkeys taking on Untitled Esports Red. What were you streaming? Oh, you had Blast Smash. They won. Oh, wow. Well, we already know who's going to be in the finals then. It's going to be Blast. This is their opponent, so that's going to be fun. And they won in Game 7, I heard, so that's insane. Well, again, we get to find out. We get to find out who's going to be their opponent here in the grand finals. DefCloud Monkeys, Untitled Esports Red. So far, Untitled Esports has been the team that has looked a lot less nervous. That's really been the only difference maker between these teams. It's not been quality. I think they both have very similar levels of quality, very similar levels of being able to play at that high level. You're just telling that one team's making more mistakes, one team's rotation is not up to the same scratch. And again, at least my assumption is, and my theory is, it's the fact that it's the semifinals. These teams are nervous, and for good reason as well. Who wouldn't be in the semifinals? Untitled Esports Red in to play down the field here. Micah really put that one on target for what it could have been goal number 3. At this point, it really does feel like Untitled Esports are really only 1 or 2 shots away from getting that next goal. Zenith just high, follow up, left in front, still Zenith going for it. But Slane will be waiting. And DefCloud Monkeys will just send this ball away. Another long clear here that is easily collected by Untitled Esports Red. No time wasted here. DefCloud Monkeys, no control either. And it's Untitled here, just a letting this game play as it is, but what a pinch down the field! Oh, and he's gonna get to it, what a save from Micah! Oh my goodness, I can't believe he actually read that play. I mean, that was a great pinch. It was fast, it was unpredictable, and it was speedy as a follow-up from Argnor. We'll make it 2-2. Death Cloud Monkeys have answered back, and the restaurant now is getting to Untitled Esports Red. Or is it? That's the question. The follow coming from Bait Killer. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Spuddy stream. Joining in time to see the semifinals matchup. Untitled Esports Red, Death Cloud Monkeys. As I said, Untitled looked like the less nervous side. Maybe those nerves will start to show up here with the Death Cloud Monkeys getting a little bit more momentum, a little bit more confidence in themselves. Are definitely challenging a little more aggressively because of this, and you think with more aggressive challenges, they're gonna have more chances on that net. But it isn't always the case, as this play continuing just to be sent down the field with long clears that Untitled is having no issue collecting. Death Cloud Monkeys need to hold the ball a little bit better. Because right now, great play from Slain as he'll get past both defenders. No net there waiting for him. Untitled Esports Red. Another send away. As Atomic leaving there for Zenith. Now a pinch off the corner. Looking in front from Micah, but it was just a little too fast for him. We'll try again though. This time, Atomic wrist, but that shot's too slow. And it's a long clear from Death Cloud that Untitled don't actually collect. Slain could take it there. Saved away by Micah. Untitled Esports Red. Not the same confidence level. You're definitely getting a sense that this team is feeling this pressure as that shot just wide. Atomic wrist. It's about as open as it can be. A great pass, a great opening there. He needs to score those. Oh, don't worry, though. Zenith will have it. Unfortunately for Atomic, that miss opportunity won't cost him. Another chance comes in from Zenith. Off a miss from Slain, and Untitled Esports Red again capitalizing on these Death Cloud Monkeys' mistakes. They continue their run in the match tonight. Zenith. Ooh, that's past Slain there. Bandits bumped out of the position. Untitled Esports Red continue just to plant themselves upfield. These touches from them feel a lot more conservative, feel a lot more safe in certain tenses. Oh, as a dunk from Slain. He's looking for a risky play there to try to keep this game going for Death Cloud Monkeys, and he nearly got it too. Just not fast enough, but a little bit more power, a little bit better connection. That's a 3-3 tie game off an insane dunk. Death Cloud Monkeys hitting up the field. Slain around the corner. I'm trying to get the dunk on Zenith. I won't do so. Argnor. Light touch the net, and it will be Atomic to clear it away. A miss there from Bandits. Micah on target. Slain will save, but with 10 seconds to go, it's Untitled Esports Red on the offense. Not for very long here. Another challenge from Micah slowing down the Monkeys. But here's Bandit at 0 seconds. Zenith missed, and that's in. And 1 second left. This game is going to be tied up as we've got some lag issues here. I think our server had issues. My internet's not having problems. I think we're going to reset the server. We'll let these teams play on, as I do apologize for this lag. I was checking my internet, like, I don't think I was going to see if it had any issues, but I don't think it does. I think it's just overall it's the laggy game. Hopefully that reset on the kickoff is fixed, and I think it has. So, my apologies there. I thought my internet died on me. I think it was honestly just the game. I think Rocket League just had a moment where its server fell apart. You gotta love this game. Trust me, that's not the first time that's happened in the stream. As Death Cloud Monkeys and Untitled going to their second overtime tonight. Game 1 ended in overtime too, but it was Untitled. And a great passing play to Micah that found the goal. I look for another one, but a miss in the midfield means Slain. Challenged by Atomic. Untitled Esports. Oh, a great fake there, but Zenith couldn't put one on target. Will just heads to the midfield straight from Micah. Still is Micah. A dunk past Bandits. Argnor to the corner. Atomic now. Argnor to Slain. He's got past one. Looking for the dunk. Can't take it. And game 3 continues. As Slain Around the corner. Zenith. Untitled Esports Red waiting a lot on that back wall. And this is about as defensive as I've seen this team tonight. Definitely not the more confident side right now. When you've been scored on at 1 second left, there isn't really much confidence left in you. Both teams trying to continue on here as we'll miss out the corner. We'll give an opportunity for the Monkeys. Micah will send it away, and a bad touch from Bandit means he's going to race all the way back for the Monkeys. Zenith looking to really challenge, but he'll pull off. And Atomic will do the same. Defcon Monkeys continuing the attack upfield. Argnor saved by Zenith. And maybe a breakaway downfield. Bandit will get there in time. But here's another chance. Off the post. Micah all alone. But it will be saved by Slain. Untitled Esports Red getting so close to match point here. That's another chance. That goes wide. And Argnor will have some open room. His touch will not be all that meaningful. Maybe not. Bandit has taken it. Death Cloud Monkeys in overtime with a game-free win. An extra touch from Argnor. The dunk on Atomic. And the Death Cloud Monkeys are fighting back. An answer at the end of the game. This is Death Cloud Monkeys territory. Going into game number 4 here with this series. Potentially could be tied all up here with how these teams are playing. Definitely no gimme match for either side. As we saw against Untitled, again, tons of shots. 9 for Zenith. But overall, I think that overtime, the pressure got to them. For the first time this series, Untitled Esports Red are feeling that pressure. Here against Death Cloud Monkeys. We knew it was going to happen at some point. They had to feel some pressure in this matchup. I think we're starting to get to see it here. Yeah, that pressure's real. Untitled Esports Red have to deal with it. Now off to game number 4. A chance for Untitled Esports Red to get match point. They're in such a good position that even the last game having been as rough as it was, there's still a whole lot of opportunities they're going to get here to take the series, to be that stronger team. One game doesn't define a match, that's for sure. Really, for both these sides, it just is, again, the nerves coming a bigger factor. I mean, whoever's the more confident team just seems to be the better one. Overall, and so far, we've seen both these teams take turns at doing that. In game 4, it does feel like everything's kind of reset for both these sides. Someone's going to find that confidence. Someone's going to find the ability to score. Well, I still feel it's Untitled Esports Red, or the team that's more likely to do it. And Defcon Monkeys are giving you a reason to doubt that, entirely. Well, they've been playing with the confidence they've been showing. You have that ability to sneak up onto Untitled Esports Red. But Untitled Esports still no chance. That one is just wide as Michael went for the solo play instead of the pass. We'll wait back. Get this off the corner. His touch straight to Slain. Death Cloud Monkeys pushing up. Trying to win a lot more of those 50s as well, but a lot more aggressive on the challenges as Argnor. Just a little too slow to get to that play. Still, they're winning these 50s. Slain now in the midfield. It'll be Zenith to challenge him. No goals just yet, but seeing these teams continue to get closer and closer, try to make new creative offenses, and really just try to be that more confident team, at least on paper. No easy feat as Zenith. The flick gets past one, but Slain will keep him out. Atomic with the challenge. Still Atomic. Gets the flick on Bandit. Argnor challenged. Waiting in the midfield. Sladen. Is that everybody from Untitled? That's wide open there. And Bandit will take it. Everybody pushed upfield. A lack of communication will hurt Untitled Esports Red dearly. And I think Death Cloud Monkeys really are just getting in their heads. How they've been playing. How this series is flipped on its head. Death Cloud Monkeys are bringing something to think about. Untitled Esports Red, one goal can maybe shift the mentality back to what it was before, and that might be it. Atomic Wrist off the back wall, another one where Underworld monkeys just don't read it. They didn't even try this time. Atomic Wrist is still gonna make them pay for it. Halfway through this game, both these teams down on the score sheets. Untitled Esports Reds haven't been the last ones to score though. Maybe it's their turn to try to get that confidence back in their favor. After last game, it kind of shook up their world. Underworld monkeys have every reason to come back as another open net here for Bandits, and once again, Untitled Esports Red are not playing as carefully as we saw them do earlier. Zenith just shot that straight into Argnor. In that position, there's so many better things you could do there. I mean, you had to have noticed that Argnor was going to bump him. So often you hear players tell you that if a player's going to do that, the only thing you need to do is worry about making sure you outplay them. He didn't even try in that case, just sent it straight into Argnor. It's an easy play. It's a miss there! Wait a second! Atomic Wrist has scored back! What even is this game anymore? There are so many mistakes at this point. Maybe both these teams are feeling the pressure. As just a whiff from Bandit. What is a pretty routine save. Once again, Untitled Esports Red on the score sheet again. And at this point, I don't even know what to say about this series. It has been a strange one from start to finish. At least this game specifically, it has been quite weird. There's a lot more pressure on these teams, it feels like. No team with confidence yet. I guess that is why it's tied, but that confidence is lacking. Both these teams, at least on that defensive side, it's lacking. A lot of mistakes that you just don't see from these teams. At least we haven't seen from the series. It is the semifinals, and with the series getting longer and longer, these teams are going to start to think more and more about every single move they make, every touch, every play. It matters so much. Atomic Wrist nearly took the lead there, but it still will be Untitled Esports Red at the net. Micah won't take it. Argnor, it's a clear. Atomic! Oh, he's missed it! Oh, Atomic Wrist! Oh, what on earth was that? Seriously, are we in the wrong division? I mean, that's about as routine as they get. Atomic Wrist, an absolute blunder in the backfield. And another error here from these sides that just feels so unlikely. You can't make this stuff up. An open whiff from Atomic Wrist might be what gives the game here to Death Cloud Monkeys. He will look to make amends. Off the ceiling, saved by Slane, as Argnor will be first up to it. This play moves down the field. Atomic Wrist is... I picked up that boost. He won't be able to challenge, but he will have that play to clear down the field. Was a dunk from Micah. Off the ceiling! And Atomic Wrist with his hat trick. You never give up on the play. Micah. A booming touch. His second assist of the game, but this one, so incredible. At this point in this game, we've seen everything. 3-3 tied up with 60 seconds left. And any play, literally any play can end it. Maybe Micah will do it. 56 seconds to go. This game 4 has been with no shortage of excitement. As Untitled Esports Red on the doorstep of taking triple match point. But how close it has been, with how bad their defense has been so far. Anything can make that adjustment, but they may not need it. As another goal off the kickoff from Zenith. Again, another mistake here from Death Cloud, where Bandit, he just jumped earlier than he needed to there. He could have waited. That ball would have landed in front of his net, in front of his car, and it would have been an easy outplay. Instead, he panics, he jumps early, and his touch just goes nowhere. Death Cloud Monkeys need to answer back. Maybe this will do it. A flip reset. The shot! Slade! 9 goals combined from both these sides. 42 seconds to go. Death Cloud Monkeys not out of it yet. Off the kickoff, Argnor now. His play off the ceiling to the ground. Second touch saved by Zenith. And Untitled Esports Red will clear away the danger. Nearly another solo blade chance for the monkeys. That was converted. Slade now, going for it himself. Stopped by Zenith, but Bandit to go. Up to the corner. Zenith for the dunk to keep the play away from Untitled Esports Red. Micah now, in the midfield. Zen. Bandit off the back wall. Micah, drop down in front. A miss there, but Argnor will catch up to it. A Death Cloud with little time left. One more chance. Argnor! He's done it at 0 seconds. Death Cloud Monkeys are sending us to the third overtime of the series. What a match. What a series. What an opportunity. Overtime! Match put on the line for Untitled Esports Red. Death Cloud Monkeys looking to take their second win of the series in a row. And if there's a second goal like that, similar to the last game where they scored it 1 second ago. No shortage of insane plays. We're gonna see an 11th goal from either of these sides at some point. As Zenith on the back wall. And get the demo on Bandit. As the raid coming in from Panda. Thank you for the raid. Well, you're streaming Panda. I was assuming it was Rocket League, but hopefully your stream was fun. Nice to see you jumping in here. Yeah, we got a semifinals matchup here. Death Cloud Monkeys, Untitled Esports Red. 10 goals combined here in Game 4. We've got one more to come. Untitled Esports Red started off so well. Won that first 2 games of the series. Now this, they got it! Atomic with the dagger! 4 shots, 4 goals. That's Untitled Esports Red on match points. What a game this was. 11 goals combined. My goodness. Six to five. Ascend versus Ashley Pink. Wow, how did that series go, Panda? Hope it was good. As what a series that was. Game 4. Going to Untitled Esports now only 1 game away from taking the series, from going to the grand finals, from playing against PXU there as well. These teams may not know it. We actually got info that PXU United just made it with a Game 7 win over El Canton. I swept convincingly. Wow, what a series. Gonna be impressive. What a series that was, though. What a series this is. Game 5. A chance for Untitled Esports Red to lock in their spot in the grand finals. This is their time to do it. Pressure is on them. Go to Game 5, where the series may find its end. Untitled Esports Red, 1 game away. The 15th seed in this bracket. What a run they've had so far. They're looking to continue it here with this game, with 1 more win. Death Cloud Monkeys have already given them a tough time. We saw last game. It really could have been Death Cloud's game had they just played a little bit differently. Really, with how they played last game, I expect this team to still be confident on how they're feeling, but they may be gone soon when Zenith scores like this. Untitled Esports Red continuing their run here tonight. An early goal, another one for these guys. They just keep scoring early. That's what gives them these early advantages. Fishy boy jumping in. Thank you for the follow, Fishy. Hopefully you're doing well. I know you're one of the players on Hunter X Panda. Hopefully we'll get to see you play soon, man. I've heard good things about you. But hopefully your night's been going well. Thank you for joining the Spottiest stream. Again, in Game 5, Untitled Esports Red, 1 game away from going to the Grand Finals. They're playing against Phoenix United Blast in the championship next week. A lot to play for both these sides. May come down to a few matches, a few series, a few opportunities. As Zenith, ooh, he's not going to get the best touch on that one. But we'll go back to Micah, back to Zenith. Esports Red was a great 1-2-1 basket play to Gupfield. They're still looking for the nets, but it will be cleared away as Argnor bumped out. Micah in the midfield, but Slane won't be there, and neither will anybody from Untitled Esports Red to take advantage. A 1-0 lead, but you can tell this lead's probably not going to last for long with how last game played out. Really, last game, though, was an issue with consistency on the defensive side. Oh, we're seeing this game. The likelihood that we're going to see a little bit more of that here. Still Untitled Esports, the better ones right now. Atomic with another goal this series. This guy has been on fire tonight. And he continues his great shooting. As Death Cloud and Monkeys continue to be baffled at what they're watching. Mind it is single elimination, so loser of this match is out for the season. And this may be the last match for the Monkeys. Their season, their championship, their playoff run on the line here. Bringing us an 11th seed. In this series, the run has always been eclipsed by Untitled Esports Red's 15th seed run, but still no less impressive. Really can't count this team out. As Micah leaving it for Zenith. This one will be set wide as it won't have the ball easily, but Atomic missed. Will be there and waiting. Slade now, dunked by Atomic. As off the back wall. Slane to the back wall again. Defcon Monkeys looking to see if they can get Untitled Esports Red to jump, but they just aren't doing so. They're back to their calm nature. The Defcon Monkeys, they're gonna have to play a little more sporadically if they want that offense to be a lot more aggressive from themselves, be a lot more likely to score those 3 goals. Almost 4 there with Zenith on that chance. Micah won't score either, but Untitled Esports getting closer and closer to making this 4 goals, making this even more out of reach for Death Cloud Monkeys. That's Death Cloud up the field, saved away. Argnor denied by Zenith on that touch. 2 minutes to go. Untitled Esports Red on the verge of making it to the championship match. Has Atomic wrist. Down the field he goes. Slane will keep him out. Still it's Atomic. Zenith dunks there, but it's in the midfield for Argnor. Micah won't get him. Slade to the back wall. Atomic will get a piece of it. And that will be a dunk that would give his team time to move upfield, but you'll know offense. FCOM Monkeys and continue to play a much more aggressive, much more risk-taking sort of play style. Of how Untitled Esports are better, of how unwilling they are to play upfield. That actually is going to work a lot more for Death Cloud than they think it will. But still, the biggest issue right now is time. No matter how aggressive they're playing, there's still only one thing they need to do. They need to score 3 times, and they need to score it quickly. As that will be goal number 1. Banded off the ground, and a bouncer that will get through Micah and Zenith. Those shots are so hard to read because that bounce is just an unlikely shot. You don't really know the trajectory of the ball so easily. Makes that play a little bit tougher to understand as Untitled might answer right back. Micah in front. Ooh, a double wear from Death Cloud, but again, Untitled Esports Red, as they have been so far for the last part of this game, unwilling to challenge aggressively. They better hope that doesn't come back to bite them. Still, a little over a minute to go. Death Cloud Monkeys have enough time to come back, but will they use that time wisely? Micah. Oh, he missed it! Bandit's gonna score again! Untitled Esports Red with an errant back touch from Micah. And again, the pressure now getting to Untitled Esports. Specifically Micah, who, for the second time in a row here, has made a mistake that has costed his team. And with 15 seconds now, that comeback is not even unlikely anymore. Now it actually seems quite possible. With how Micah's been playing, Untitled Esports got to calm him down. Before the end of this game, they really can't afford to give up another goal. And allow Defcon Monkeys to do what they did last game, which is come back late and find success as another mistake there from Micah. Now the backflip. Anyways, he's now double committed with Atomic off the back wall. Zenith will be there to keep him out. Untitled Esports, a little time to breathe. Micah will dunk this one away. Atomic to shoot it. This one in front says Argnor will be there. It's Untitled Esports looking for goal 4. Getting closer and closer to doing that, but there's still a good amount of waiting, a good amount of, precision from Death Cloud Monkeys. Even though there's little time left, they know they need one chance. They can get it. Here's Argnor down the field. This has got to be it here for Deathclaw Monkeys. Their season rests on this. Micah to end it, but it will stay up. Atomic now, and that will be it. Untitled Esports Red are going to the finals off of a Game 5 victory. It was a weak ending, but they've been strong throughout, and definitely better than Deathclaw Monkeys. And it came a lot, the confidence early on, and that's just from their ability to take initiative later on in that series. What allowed this team to be that successful. Deathclaw Monkeys, their incredible run in the playoffs is over, but for Untitled Esports Red, being the 15th seed, now they're going to the finals. Now they get to play against Phoenix United last. And we'll go into, again, what a series that is we'll quickly get back to this main screen here and show you that our next matchup coming will be the from the Evolution Championship Series, the Master Faders. Yeah, there's a reason I'm putting a space between those two words. Versus Underworld Wolves Black. A best of 5 there from the Evolution Championship Series. Looking forward to that matchup. As for now, again, what a win that was. A 4-1 victory. Again, a great playoff run for these guys. Their matches so far, the only one that went to Game 7 was their first match, which admittedly was probably their toughest on paper, but even so, again, very, very impressive stuff from them. And it will be titled Esports who will win on this matchup. We're gonna get a little interview with them, so well, that next series might have to be, well, we might have a bit of a shorter break. That's fine. We'll go to that next series on time, anyways. Now, though, I'm gonna get these guys in for a quick little interview at the end of this match. Then we'll move on again to our next series in the Evolution Championship Series. Again, we'll get these teams in quickly here for this interview. Hopefully, we don't take too much time. As again, we'll see who is going to join us for this one, but it might be Intermel. I know he's been the one who's been kind of behind this team throughout this match. We'll see though. It could be a lot of players. It might be like the rest of the team. We'll find out soon enough. As again, hopefully these players will join in soon. Again, our next series should be starting in just about 15 minutes. I like to go for breaks, so hopefully we'll get them in any moment here. Join us. If we don't get them in for like the next minute, I'll probably unfortunately have to call it out. I hope we don't have to have that happen. But again, so far, again, I'll be setting up for that next match as well. A series I think you guys will appreciate and like. And we'll get these teams in as soon as we can. As again, hopefully we'll get them here, but we're gonna get these players kind of joining in hopefully as soon as we can. Again, we'll have our next series coming up from the Evolution Championship Series. Getting ready for that soon as Atomic Wrist is joining us here tonight. So welcome in, Atomic. A 4-1 win. You're going to the grand finals. I know it's quite an impressive position for you guys coming in as the 15th seed in this final bracket, but you guys have done it. How are you feeling now that, again, that you are in that grand finals, that you have made it?
I think that, when we were coming in, into the playoffs, we weren't really like a very high seed because we didn't really run our main roster too often. But we kind of like found our form near the end. And I think that, I would say like our main strong point is that we're all really good friends with each other, and like we really sync together, like in and off the field pretty much.
Well, you can definitely say that. Joining us is your friends here, Micah and Intermill, also joining us here. What a win-win, going to the grand finals. Coming as that 15th seed, you guys have had some tough matchups in this final. Sorry, I don't know why I said 15th seed. 12th seed. Why did I say 15th seed? You guys came in as 12th seed.
No, we 15 seed. You're right.
Did? Oh, you know why? Because someone messed up the AGL bracket while I was live.
Oh,
Someone's deleting all the matches. So it shows up that you guys are the 12th seed because you started off your season decently well. I think 1-1. So, yeah, they're having a little fun. But yeah, you guys came as the 15th seed. You know, through this bracket, Micah, can you know take us through kind of, you know, the fact of the matter is your seeding didn't help you guys. It was not supposed to. You guys did not have a very good regular season. So to come into this final bracket to do this well, um, you know, just take me through kind of what you guys did to kind of prepare yourself because there's no such thing as an easy run to the playoffs, and for you guys, you have to go through some pretty tough matchups. So just take me through what was your kind of your mentality, the team's mentality coming into this playoff bracket because whatever it is, you guys were looking pretty calm for most of that series, and obviously that's showing up on the field.
Well, yeah. Coming into the playoffs, we were feeling pretty great, regardless of what happened during the regular season. Um, we just kept a good mentality throughout the whole thing. That's really what got us through it. We didn't practice too much because we didn't want to overwhelm ourselves, I'd say. But that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's working. So whatever it is you guys are doing, it is working, and well, you guys got to go into that championship matches. Also joining us here, Intermill. I know watching from the backgrounds here, but being the guy who I've been able to contact throughout this entire series, it has been. I've seen you be on the stream before. The Untitled side has not been on the stream in a while, but obviously whenever they are here, it seems like you are always involved in some way. With the roster going to the grand finals now to get to play against Phoenix United Blast, so that's gonna be an interesting match. That's gonna be a scary team. What are you guys going to do? What are you guys gonna do? Because you know, with it being the championship, what do you think you have that at least that Phoenix United Blast don't? What do you think you guys have that's gonna take this team down?
A lot of these guys, they're playing with a lot of confidence right now. So, uh, they're right now obviously coming in at 15th seed. These guys are like, not everybody's not expecting us to be the favorites going in, but a lot of these guys have a lot of experience and good good comms with each other in here. So everybody's keeping a good positive vibe going in. Uh, Big shout out. I want to give a big shout out for Bumbling though for helping out scheduling games in the background, helping out with the office work and stuff. So shout out for Bumbling to help get these games scheduled and casted. So, but a lot of good work ethic from a lot of these from a lot of these guys playing. So I'm pretty proud of them, and hopefully they can keep going.
Well, again, we'll definitely see about that. As again, congratulations, you're in the grand finals now. Get to play against Phoenix United Blast. I'd love to see that series. That would be an amazing finals. But for now, again, I get to see the semifinals. It was a good match as well. You guys looked confident in that series throughout it. So again, congratulations on your win here. But before we let you guys go, before you guys can go celebrate your placement in the top two, we gotta get some shoutouts. So we'll actually go in reverse order to how we ask the questions. So let's start with Intermill.
I'm sorry. What was the question? I'm sorry.
Shoutouts. Any shoutouts? I know it's been a while since you've been on the stream, but I always do this. So.
Thank you for casting, Sporty. Appreciate it, man. Following you for a while, so we're happy that you were able to cast our match. And again, shout out for Bumbling he's out. I think was watching the stream earlier. I don't know if he's still watching, but shout out for Bumbling, and then shout out to our players for coming out and performing today. So,
of course, and obviously also joining us here. Atomic Wrist. I was going to ask. I was going to ask Micah next. He just left us. So
yeah.
Dude had other things he had to do. He wanted to go celebrate early here, but Atomic, you are also here with us. You've been in this stream a ton on so many different rosters.
Yeah.
I think what was it? Last was Team Ignition Academy. You've been on so many different teams,
Yeah.
but hey, you had to make it to the championship on this team. Any chance you have anything that you want to say?
I mean, thank you for casting all my matches on Ignition. That's a big
I definitely
help.
didn't cast all of it. I did not cast.
Well, a good chunk of it at
I
least.
casted some of them. I did.
Yeah.
I don't want to be given too much credit here. I did not cast everything on Ignition Academy.
But yeah, it was some great times. And also I'd like to thank Milo for giving us the chance in AGL and Bumbling for all the scheduling that he's been doing behind the scenes, trying to help us out. Big shout out to a lot of all the fans here, watching us. And I would say we're ready for the finals. We're gonna win it all.
I love to hear that. The confidence here from the side in Untitled Esports Red. Good luck in championship if I don't get to catch you, but if I do, I'll see you guys very soon. Go enjoy your match. Go enjoy your night. Hopefully we'll see you guys in your championship match. But for now, take care and be well.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, thank you, Sporty. Thank you, Sporty. Thanks.
And that was Intermail Atomic Tristan. Obviously, Mike also joining in for that little interview segment. Our next match coming up is going to be coming from the ECS. We're going to go to a break. It'll be a little longer than usual. We're going to start a bit late on this matchup, but it is what it is. We'll go to a break. It'll be very quick. When we come back, we'll get the series ready to go. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Spodia stream. Nice to see you all. Yeah, we got our next match coming up in actually just about 5 minutes from now. So this will be a big one. Don't forget title. You're right, I've got to go fix them. I will do it very soon. Guys, let me quickly do that right now actually. We just had our last series end the semifinals matchup off for one win. If you guys saw it, for a win for Untitled Esports. Red. We get to go to our final match of this night. Very late match, but I'm excited to see it. It is the Master Baiters. I'm not joking. Versus the Underworld Wolves Black. We've seen Underworld Wolves Black on the stream many times before. Actually, I think we've seen them twice on the stream. It's taking Woodaflin and not best of 7 GGR for the follow. 7. B07 for the follow. This way stream again. We'll get this series started in just about a few minutes now. Right now, prediction poll is live, so we'll get this match going as soon as we can. Master Baiters are 5-1. Underworld Wolves Black are 3-3. So the Baiters, I'm gonna call them the Baiters for most of this series because I do not want to pronounce that full team name too often. Yeah, team that has been doing very well so far. They're for the more likely team to win, but as we've seen, there's a lot of interesting parts to this thing. Again, we've seen Underworld Wolves Black a ton this season already. We last saw them when they, I believe, when they lost to Kronos. Before that, when they lost to Sporting Midwest. We've actually not been able to see this team when they've won. And again, they're 3-3, so we've missed a lot of their matches. Again, the season coming near to a close. These teams definitely had an awkward situation. As Underworld Wolves Black coming in. Actually, I've already removed one of the players from their roster from the last time we saw them, but side again, it's the Baiters. Again, at a 5-1 record. They're baiting me, that's for sure. They want me to say that team name. I am not going to say it fully. I've never met a team name that is so scandalous at times. I love it. I love these funny team names, but yeah, you're gonna hear me call them the Baiters for this series. Yeah, they're gonna take on Underworld Wolves Black, but the Underworld Wolves organization. As hello in chat there. See a lot of people there. Hello there, Ikoski and Zevrix. Good luck in your match tonight. And our final one of the night here. If we take a look at our schedule, we've seen 2 best of 7s already. This is our only best of 5 tonight. Our first one tonight, our first one of the day actually was in the afternoon. It was done Electronic Athletic Organization, sweeping Calgary Esports tonight to make it to the winners semifinals. Obviously, we just saw Untitled Esports Red with a 4-1 win over Death Cloud Monkeys to make it to the grand finals in the Amateur Gaming League. And obviously now we have our best of 5 match. This is week 7 of 8 of the Evolution Championship Series. I mean, we'll get this match started in just about a minute or so. Get these teams in the lobby. We're gonna run a match tonight. The Baiters only 5-1. Their only loss coming against the Bash Brothers, who I believe are undefeated. So, no, the Bash Brothers are not undefeated. Man, they actually are 4-4. Interesting. Interesting. I actually thought they had a better record than that. But again, so yeah, the Baiters are only 5-1. Their season has been amazing so far. The other Wolves were Black. But again, kind of increase the record. They have not had an amazing season so far. Again, a 3-3 record. They have just not been a team that's been able to break into the top echelon. And that's really going to hurt when you go into the playoffs. Because when you go into the playoffs, you're only able to be a team that can really reach the top. Underworld Wolves have a lot of work to do then. In getting there, but pressure is theirs. Let's see how they fare here. In this best of 5 is... And we'll get the teams as soon as we can. Exciting series. But again, the Baiters are heavily favored in this. 5-1 record. They have had a pretty good season so far. Many expect them to continue it that way. Again, it's week 7 of 8. Both these teams are very likely going to make it to the playoffs with how they've been going so far this season. It's very hard to not make the playoffs, actually. But again, seeding really does matter. And right now, the Baiters, how they're playing, they want to be as good as the seeds as they can be. For the Wolves, for both these teams, they kind of are looking for wins to increase that seeding. It is no easy feat to do, but again, at this point in the season, you really want to have an easier first run in the playoffs. As hello, Macas Poopy, welcome to the Sportia stream. Thank you for joining in. Joining us here for the Baiters versus Underworld Wolves Black. In a best of 5 matchup. We'll get things started up as soon as we can. And we're just waiting here for a little update from these teams, but they should be here around match start time. As again, best of 5 series, week 7. This is gonna end off our night. It's our last match of the night. Here as joining us here, Aiko Wesky, Tripwire, and the Grim Queen. So they'll be in the lobby. Again, on the other side is the Baiters. We'll see who joins in for them. They have a couple different players on their team that they could choose from. Again, the Wolves have a lot of work to do here. They got a tough match ahead of them. Baiters definitely, again, are heavily favored in this series. And Underworld Wolves, they have not had a very good season so far. Again, already made 3 roster moves on their side, although the Baiters have made 4. So, both these teams have had issues with their rosters. There we go. Joining us on the other side is Izzy B, Reckless, J-Rob, and Blitz. I know he's in as well. Blitz Easy TV. At Tyso, I don't know who's that. Is that Kid E? That might be Kid E. No, it's not. That's Blitz. Who is that? Is that Mealy? That might be Mealy. As I'm actually gonna find out who Ad Tyso is, because I don't recognize that name. Again, we'll get these teams started as soon as we get some extra matches. We'll just confirm who Ad Taiso is, because there's a player I don't recognize in the lobby. I recognize all the other players. They're on the roster. They only have 4 players, so that could be a coach. Spectator. Alright, we'll... Again, we'll get a confirmation from these teams. He's a spectator. Which I don't have problem spectators, but it does depend on what the other team says. So we'll get this sorted out. Again, we'll get everything sorted out here. Sorry about this, but again, our match will happen. I'm just trying to confirm some things here. Again, we'll get things sorted out. Again, we'll get things sorted out here. Sorry again about the delays. The other team doesn't want spectators, so we're gonna just make sure that this lobby is fully sorted out. Here's... Again, we'll get everything going here. Again, we'll get our series started now. A best of 5 matchup. Underworld Wolves taking on the Baiters. In a best of 5 series. Sorry about the delay, everybody. Just had to make sure I sorted things out when the teams didn't want spectators in the lobby. So we're just gonna get everything underway. There we go. All messages sorted out. We'll be good to go as soon as both teams are ready. I haven't joined. Hopefully everybody's okay. I thought we were gonna start up in just a moment or so. We're still having some issues. Again, I'm so sorry about this. We're going to sort this all out. Don't worry, we will get the series started. We've got to be able to kind of sort things out here as well. Okay. There we go. Both teams are good to go. They were able to come to an agreement, so we'll work with that. It's a best of 5. Here we go. The Baiters on the blue, the Underworld Wolves black on the orange. The best of 5 matchup here. The Baiters at 5-1, Underworld Wolves on 3-3 again. Well, these teams so far this season probably are going to secure themselves a playoff spot with how they've been playing. But with the momentum on the line, because the easy part is making it into the playoffs. The hard part is actually doing well in the playoffs and making it far. An important match in terms of seeding, at least. I mean, every match is important in terms of seeding. As the Wolves right now with that pressure against them, and early chance from Blizz, and I'm surprised Blitz didn't score there. The Baiters really should have taken that chance when it came to them, but the way back is EB. Across the goal line will continue that offense, but already a good start from the Baiters, a much more aggressive side, and generally what happens with Underworld Wolves Black is they play to the confidence of their opponents. If the other side is confident, they sit back a lot more, and that makes things a lot tougher for them. But if the other team isn't confident, that's when you see Underworld Wolves Black actually become a much more defiant side. So easy to not recognize how strong some of these teams are as the Baiters will get this ball away and an open net for Reckless, and that shot will go wide, but already initial chances coming in from the Baiters here, and a little over a minute in, already feels likely they're going to be the ones to score first, as the Wolves just cannot break out. Save from Iko Waski, just trying to slow things down. Grim Queen looking for the clear. It is the Baiters in the playoff field. Izzy B sent back by Tripwire. Reckless up early, but save there made, and we go back and forth. At least for now, it looks like it's going to go back and forth. Challenges continue. Aiko off the back wall. Reckless won't get to there, but it will be cleared away. And the Baiters will look to try to reset their offense, but these challenges are coming in early from the Wolves here, and they're really going to put that pressure on the Baiters. If the Baiters continue to look for this heavy clear kind of style of defense, just not one that works against Underworld Wolves, who, again, generally are quite defensive, like to sit back a lot more. They always have a player back. They don't generally overcommit super often, although, to be fair, their issue can be sometimes they don't actually play aggressive enough at times. The hard balance in that midfield, but the way that Underworld Wolves are playing, you're not going to be able to get them on the clears. Well, with that continued pressure, and so far the Baiters have actually struggled to get what they kind of started this game with, which was that ability to challenge aggressively and put shots on net. Wolves back looking to make what would be quite the upset this season. A lot of work to do as Blitz now, a dribble, will be cleared away by Tripwire. As Underworld Wolves go back the other way, but it will be cleared away. Blitz won't get to it. Izzy B will, and we're getting challenged here by the Grim Queen. So far, very back and forth from both of these sides. No goals just yet. It does happen a lot of times at this level where players just aren't able to break into that net easily on, at least early on in the series. Again, as time comes on, usually teams get more and more comfortable to how they play and more used to this kind of stuff, and you see more and more consistent scoring. Right now, it's quite even. Well matched, I think, between both these teams. As it is, the Baiters, I should say, really, are the ones dealing with a lot more of the pressure right now, but again, they've dealt with it well. All they really need is one chance to really send Underworld Wolves back into a tough situation. This is a pretty emotional team as well. When the loss we've seen before, once one thing goes bad for them, it seems to trickle in the next couple of games. A team that definitely can have their emotions get the better of them, and you really can't afford to do that in a match like this, especially against a team like the Baiters, who are pretty consistent and are going to be pretty confident no matter what happens. Mentality is a huge part of this game, and you gotta be consistent with it. So far, we haven't seen any issues, but no goals either. That first goal will really make this series quite interesting, as Izzy B off the corner looking in field, but will be stopped by Grim Queen. Reckless up over the crossbar. The Baiters still going for the net here, but it's just a lot of passes. A lot of players are just getting cut out quite easily from this midfield defense of the Underworld Wolves Black. Defense contributing into their offensive play, as still they're searching. Reckless beat by Aiko, but Blitz will again try to clear. The Baiters are waiting back, and with 10 seconds to go, still no goals for either side. Series feeling quite even here, as maybe this is a chance, but no one can get to it. The ball will stay up actually at 0 seconds. Izzy B looking for a play down in front for Blitzy Z, but it will be cleared away by Grim Queen, who will let this ball hit the ground and take it to overtime. Game 1 going to a golden goal situation. These teams playing quite evenly, but it will end off the kickoff. Aiko Wusky with the finishing touch. Her shooting has definitely been something she's always mentioned about. She's definitely not a player who's afraid of the offense. This game was kind of a struggle for both these teams, but it is Underworld Wolves Black who, through the struggle, finds success in the overtime. Aiko Wusky with the finishing goal, as Underworld Wolves Black will take game 1. As we're going to game number 2, we've got to see the scoring improve from both these teams. 8 shots to 11. And only 1 goal scored. That's pretty bad, even for this level, where shooting generally isn't something these teams are consistent at. I expect to see a little bit more on the scoring from both these teams. This game 1 to the Underworld Wolves. Again, the 3-on-3 side. Looking to make an upset here. In game 1, really the only biggest competition was Izzy. Going to game 2 again, I expect more goals from both these sides as they get more comfortable with each other. It's really going to be which team can get their offense going first. As game 1, neither of them really find that offense. It just kind of felt like it was kind of just going to be a random chance that would go in, and it really was off the kickoff. Gotta see a little bit more on the offense from both these sides. Aiko maybe doing with the infield touch, but it will not be answered there. Tripwire, who has been her teammate for a while, even back on Striker Esports, back when she was on that org. Tripwire was her go-to 2v2 teammate, was on the Floofy Strikers in the Skyber series. We got to see them play. I think that was season 1 or season 2? I think it was season 2. And she was on the Floofy Strikers. Then she joined Striker. Yeah, I'd seen that. We got to see in... Oh, sorry. We got to see in season 2 make quite the run. It was Floofy Strikers in season 1 who we got to see. And in season 2, we got to see the Striker Yeah side who made it to the top 8, but couldn't get any further than that. Now, going into this series on a very new roster, it's going to be up to her team to really find it strong, and for her to really be that leader. She is the captain after all. Right now, really no effect on that play. Tripwire finding Grim Queen waiting in the midfield. That's Underworld Wolves Black with goal number 1 here on Forbidden Temple. Well, I did say it's a new team. It really isn't, actually. This feels like a continuation. At least the last time we saw Aiko and Grim on our same team, which was back on the Alpha Females for the Ascent Tournament Series, Ascension Cup Season 0. A team that did not have a very good season. Since then, again, they were on that team. Well, again, it was a team that had to kind of pick it up at the end of the season. Ever since then, again, they adjusted their roster. Obviously, are now on the org of Underworld Wolves, which is the org that they run. Looking to be successful there, as again with a bit of a newer roster in its field. As now, Aiko Wesky looking for the play down the field. As he will answer now, clear from Grim Queen. Tripwire up to Grim Queen, but a back pass. Ike was searching for Aiko there, but Aiko was nowhere to be seen. She had already gone to defense, and they're going to have to restart the offense, although a chance from Tripwire nearly finds the goal. Underworld Wolves in front. Tripwire to shoot this one, and it's another one for the Underworld Wolves. 2 in this game, still 0 for the baiters in the series so far. Underworld Wolves look to take match point quickly in this best of 5 and upset the baiters in week 7. As now off a kickoff, almost another one. Oh, it will be an own goal! Aiko Wesky with another kickoff shot. That will go straight in. This time directly from the spot. As an own goal from Reckless. Oh dear, that's not going to make things any easier for the baiters. Underworld Wolves Black. Now with a 3-0 lead. As I said, a lot more scoring this game, although I must say, a lot more scoring from only one side. As the Underworld Wolves look to score again off the kickoff. Blitz will get there, but still setting up for a chance for the Underworld Wolves. Izzy B will direct this ball wide. Will be cleared away by the Grim Queen. Reckless. Grim Queen. Blitz next up to it. Underworld Wolves. Wait for the play, but they won't get it there. Blitz, an infield pass. Tripwire will keep them out. As a miss from Grim Queen, should be goal 1 for the Masturbators, and it will be. Izzy B will take it. And just a miss in front from the Grim Queen, and it's one that will be in for Izzy B. This game far from over. As Grim Queen off the kickoff. Underworld Wolves Black now got their first real test this series of, receiving a goal, of getting a little bit of adversity against them. How will they handle it? They're in the lead, so this is a pretty small adversity for them, but look, could definitely be telling for the rest of their series. If they can handle this adversity well and score next, then that might be what they do. As Tripwire closing in, it's open for the Grim Queen, and it is Underworld Wolves Black at a 4-1 difference. Grim Queen with another goal for her roster. It is Underworld Wolves who continuing to find success on the offense. Aiko again, the dribble to the net, saved by Reckless, but it has not been an easy battle for the baiters. They have had to deal with a team that is, again, so emotional with how game 1 went, them taking the win. So often, this team, again, if they score, if they're the ones that take that first game, so often they're going to be the ones that take the next game and the one after that. But if they lose a game, that can be when things are turned around. We're seeing that confidence really show for this team here in Game 2. As Underworld Wolves can take away, and as Aiko missing that one, Tripwire's play just goes a little wide as Grim Queen off the back wall. Tripwire 50 in front, Reckless to clear, and it will be blitzed to keep the play going. As Aiko around the corner, a miss from Izzy B. Aiko in the midfield, Reckless is waiting. Underworld Wolves Black continuing to play the offense as Grim Queen is that another one for her. Hat trick is made. Oh man, the Grim Queen is having a lights out performance. A free flip off the sidewall gets past Izzy B, and that play only has one direction, and that is to the net. Game 2 should be secured at this point for Underworld Wolves Black. They'll be on triple match points. The series won't be, but definitely in a great position to keep it this way. It's Grim Queen. This point for the Baiters. Just looking to get some confidence in this series. They haven't had a lot to really talk about. One goal this game, but it already felt like that goal is obsolete at this point. As it is Underworld Wolves Black, who again have been the much more confident team, the team that again is playing with the emotion, but the emotions are riding high for them. And that is a good high. And that's why the Game 2 right now is for them. A much more dominant win, not in overtime this time. I'm sure they'll be pretty happy with that one. Going to game number 3, the Underworld Wolves on the verge of a 3-0 sweep. Look at the dominance in the shooting right now, 13-5. They took this game. They really ran with it. I mean, a 5-1 win obviously shows you they were just the better team at this match. Going to game 3, they're going to have a lot to do here as a sub coming in for the Baiters. J-Rob's coming in to replace Blitz. See how that works. Here we go. Game number 4 here. Sorry, game 3. What am I saying? Game 3. Here we go. We keep on moving. We keep on seeing what will happen here as Underworld Wolves Black looking to find continued offense. Will be Aiko, who was trying to lead her team, but it really was Grim Queen last game. He did have that more step-up kind of performance. For the Baiters, then they've only lost again once this season. This could become loss number 2. Really, again, a pretty strong side, but they're gonna have a lot they need to do here is to come back from this deficit. They did again make that sub, a change, adding in J-Robs. Can he be the difference maker for them? I'm gonna see at least at the start of this game what difference he makes, because really the start of this game is gonna be very telling on how this rest of this game is going to go. At least for J-Robs. And how he's gonna fit into this roster, what new thing he's gonna add in. So far, he's trying to add in a few more shots, but hasn't made a difference so far in the scoreline as Aiko a miss there. Grim Queen's not actually in a good position, and J-Robs will take it. Oh, what a save. Grim Queen is there, but here comes Reckless. That's wide. Follow-up shot never came. And the backflip from J-Robs will give the play away. Underworld Wolves kind of shot themselves in the foot in that play. Grim Queen had left the net in a dangerous position and only came back just in the nick of time. Could have been a lot more dangerous. Will be fine for them, but here's another play, and J-Robs will have it. Game 3 starting off for the Baiters. And this is the first time they've ever had a lead in the series. There's a follow-up here from Tripwire. We'll tie this game at 1. And a good amount of confidence here from the side. Again, such a test of this Underworld Wolves Black team and how confident they're going to play on, how they're going to recover off of goals against them. As, oh, we're having some lag issues here. I'm really hoping it's not my computer. As ETB will score. Let me take a look. Is my computer having issues right now? It isn't showing issues. I think it's the lobby. I'm sorry. I do apologize for this. Hopefully this game will not lag on me. It did that in the last series as well. Hopefully it's been fixed. I think the server just had some issues on us here. I think I was having 4 in pain in the last match. I think the servers just are not being good to us tonight here. And if they do have lag issues, they can reset the match, and they can reset the server. But now the Baiters, a 2-1 lead. Again, apologies on that lag. It's not my computer. I thought it was my internet. I had the same issue last match. Turned out I think it was the server that's having issues. So whatever it is, Rocket League servers. I mean, they did just reset the servers, so that could be a part of it. They did reset them like a few hours ago. Wouldn't be surprised if we're getting maybe some of the effects of that. I think they also got like downed in the middle of RLCS qualifiers. So yeah, they're having issues with whatever it is with the servers. Hopefully we won't be seeing any more of those issues for the rest of the night. Says Reckless, looking to make this 3. Grim Queen will say, but it's the it is the Underworld Wolves who are really not playing well here against J-Robs. J-Robs bringing a whole new level of offense to the Baiters, and Underworld Wolves Black just a lot more panicked on that goal line. That's really the last place you need to be panicked, is on the back line, is in front of your net. Because if you panic there, you're probably not going to be doing much. This series continues on. Underworld Wolves now need 2 goals to come back. The Baiters not so willing to let that happen. On the verge of it, what would be a reverse sweep. We've seen a lot of those already, but Gregory looking to deny that. Oh, and her shot will go wide of the net. It just hit off the post. It will stay away here. Stripwire. Challenge on Reckless. Will get beat. Grim Queen to the corner. Underworld Wolves looking to beat some offense. But a goal will go in from Izzy B, and I think this might be game number 3 over. And as I said, this Underworld Wolves team is quite emotional, so I'm going to make things tougher for them. We continue on here. As Underworld Wolves Black, again, I think they might just chalk up this game as being one where they could not come back. Here we go. Game continues on. Tripwire off to the side wall. Underworld Wolves was looking for one more goal to let us know they're still in the series. Let us know they're still confident. Definitely a good idea if they can have it happen. But so far, it seems like this game is going to go to the Baiters here. Again, they've successfully been able to come back. And with that sub of J-Robs coming in, bringing some offense. And the question is, will Underworld Wolves Black let the emotion get the better of them? Again, this is an emotional team. They generally struggle after losing games like this. So, what can happen? What might happen in the future? Maybe up to Underworld Wolves Black to be able to make the adjustment. Is now in front, looking for one more goal, but they won't get it. It'll hit the ground. The Baiters have brought a great game back. Here in Game 3, they're not out of this series. They still have a lot more to go, but with that game going against Underworld Wolves Black, Be up to them to try to make some adjustments. And again, try to keep their confidence, keep their cool. We're going to go into game number 4. Underworld Wolves Black only one game away from taking the series. No easy feat, but we'll see if they can do it. Here we go, and we'll continue to and what a series that was. We're just going to continue on though, because the series only gets crazier as again a good amount of break in between. Underworld Wolves Black taking this whole minute to try to slow things down, try to reset the momentum. Here we go. Game number 4. As there we go, an early goal from J-Rob. Smash. The Baiters will score first, and that's going to be a big one here. A big goal, a big move for them. And they've got to look, and they're looking pretty good right now. Again, another goal for the Baiters here. Again, J-Rob's continuing to get his goals going. Goals so far, but still the Baiters looking to continue the scoring, continue how they've been playing, because they've been confident, but Tripwire will answer, and that will be big for them. Again, what a shot that's got to be. That's got to be a big confidence boost for them. As Underworld Wolves Black, you answer back. And there you go. An answer is now Tripwire again off the kickoff. Underworld Wolves Black just continuing the scoring. And they've really won the kickoff a couple of times this series. And you start to really think with how often they've been winning the kickoff, if maybe that's becoming an issue for the Baiters, because it's been an issue, and it looks like it may only continue as an issue. How these teams have been playing tonight. Still a lot more games to go as almost a kickoff goal for the Baiters. J-Rob's missing. Izzy B will put it in. A big kickoff issue for both these sides. It evens out, I guess, as the Baiters bringing all the pressure, and again, J-Rob's in the middle of this offense. Just seeing Underworld Wolves Black, that defense that has been so sturdy this series, fall apart in front of us, and it's because the Baiters are playing with a little more pace, are playing a little bit more quality, and you're already getting a sense that the Underworld Wolves Black side just aren't very organized on the back line. They've always had an issue with organization, and you can see it here, costing them what could be the win in the series. They've got to fix it soon before this becomes too late. They're in such a good position to take the series. As Reckless, right back by Tripwire. Grim Queen, in touch, won't be able to get the touch though, and it will be Tripwire to shoot instead, but he's hit the post and it will be cleared away. Underworld Wolves Black racing back, but it's the Baiters who have the offense, but not for long as Grim Queen will clear. And Underworld Wolves Black will go upfield. It's been a good amount of back and forth from the midfield, a good amount of give and go. No team fully with the ball for a very long amount of time, so you've really got to make those touches count. That's why we're seeing these teams going in with the quick, really decisive kind of moves for offense. Tripwire off the corner, maybe a second touch on Devil in front will give him the open net. And it is Underworld Wolves Black who will look to continue their scoring here. This only continues on. Underworld Wolves Black, 1 goal up. with them being 1 goal up, they've got such a huge advantage, especially as this game gets closer and closer to its end. There's 3 minutes left, but if this time ticks away, they'll be in a very strong position to keep going. As Izzy B, fake on 1, last up is Grim Queen. It will be kept away. Underworld Wolves Black. Oh, double commits! This could be chance for the baiters. Oh, but it's Aiko Wesky who's first there to it, and she'll slow this team down, preventing Izzy B from getting a better touch on it. And every second ticking away is a second that the Underworld Wolves get closer to taking the series, getting this upset over the baiters. Half the game gone. They'll love to score a few more just to really secure this, because their defense, again, has not been solid. This matchup, at least not at the later parts of this matchup. As the baiters look to suffocate them out of position. Reckless will keep it high. Grimquay doesn't have a touch. J-Robs won't either. That means it's going to go wide of the net. Tripwire. Grim Queen. This one cleared away by J-Robs. Reckless now up to it. Aiko off the sidewall. Tripwire. What a bad touch from Izzy B. And that's Aiko coming right for it. And now insurance for the Underworld Wolves. With 1 minute 45 left on the clock. We may be seeing the end of the series here. Unless the baiters can make adjustments. The Underworld Wolves finding enough. But the series, far from over, as I accidentally clicked the wrong screen there. Here in game 4. Underworld Wolves Black. Waiting patiently, letting the time do its work. Really, that clock is their 4th teammate at this point. As they continue to try to waste the time of the baiters here in the series. Again, the baiters have only lost once this season so far, the 5-1 record. This could be loss number 2 if the Underworld Wolves continue their kind of confidence. Again, it was such a confident start for this team. It's since then not been so good, but they only need 1 win. All they need, that's all they need to work for. A huge moment for them as they'll continue searching. As J-Robs in the midfield. Grim Queen next to it. Underworld Wolves just trying to clear this ball away, but the baiters are playing for the midfield, playing for the pass, but they don't make contact. Tripwire already free of the 4 goals for his team, and he'll look to make 4, but that will be kept away. And it will be Astro Baiters. Look down the field. Grim Queen. Off the ceiling. Maybe a touch here. Reckless will keep it away. Underworld Wolves Black. Now less than 30 seconds left away before they can take this series. Izzy B looking for any play upfield. Gets the past 1. Grim Queen there. Not a great touch off the back wall. In for J-Rob. And with 12 seconds to go, the baiters are not done yet. There's only 12 seconds left, but those are going to be some important 12 seconds in this matchup. An errant mistouch from the Grim Queen will give the baiters an opportunity to try to tie up this series. Here off the kickoff. Izzy B. But didn't get through Tripwire. J-Robs in the midfield, but it's only to Aiko Wesky. Reckless. Can't keep it up, but Izzy B will. Reckless won't shoot. Izzy B won't either. And the Underworld Wolves Black have upset the Master Baiters tonight in a 3-1 win. An upset that I don't think many people expected here. The Underworld Wolves really proving they're no team to mess with. What a confident start for this side. It really did create the rest of the series for them, those first 2 games. Underworld Wolves take the win there. First time winning on the stream in a while. First time Aiko's won on the stream in a while. Again, the last time we saw her was obviously on this team when they played against Cronus. The last time field sweep. The last time we saw before that was in week 1 when they played against Sporting Midwest, I believe, in another field sweep. Before that, it was Dula Flight Ghost White, who I believe they did not win as well. So. But again, we're looking to see when was the last time they've ever won on the stream. It's been a while. Again, what a series it is. What history is? I think last time they won on the stream. I think it was when they played Untitled Esports back in November. My goodness, back in November 21st. So it's been a long time since Ico's won on the stream. Yeah, 95 days. That is a long time for a player who's usually on the stream quite often. So for her, it's gotta be a feel-good moment. Getting another win on this stream, after such a long period of not winning. As the Underworld Wolves will take that there. I know she also had a 1v1 recently. Leave unless she beat Boltini in that 1v1 that we had in the past. I'm checking to see if maybe she did win that. That match was in August, so no, they played them after that. But again, what a match this has got to be. It's got to be a pretty good feeling for them, especially with, again, how their day has gone, with how their season has gone so far. It's not been beautiful from start to finish, but you make it happen. As again, we'll get them in here any moment here just to chat with them a little bit. Joining us here, actually, is Aiko Wusky. Welcome in, Aiko Wusky, Fatal 1 series win. I don't believe you've won on the stream since when you guys played when you were on Ivo Females and beat Turtle Island. So I calculated that's 95 days ago. So you've been without a win on the stream for a while. Maybe I'm cursed, but you've been on the stream a lot. You finally get to win, and it's an upset over the Baiters here. A 3-1 victory. Are you surprised as well that your team was able to get that win?
In all honesty, I was not surprised. We had really good. I wasn't too surprised as much as people would think, but we had a really good warm-up session going on. And we're playing really well, and I felt like we literally just had to do what we had to do. Get demos, find the passing plays, do what we can to make them awkward, and just keep pressure, and that's what we did, and we just got the win.
Yeah, I got that win of 3-1. Again, it was victory, though. Those first 2 games were quite confident in this team, but what happened there in Game 3? It felt like this team lost confidence. I know I've mentioned during this series, this is a relatively emotional side on Underworld Wolves Black. What happened in Game 3 there? Because it felt like the emotions maybe started to get to the better of you, of your team here. But obviously you were able to make adjustments, so take us through that kind of tumultuous Game 3 and what your team did to prepare for Game 4.
Game 3, I think they definitely got the better hand of us with the substitution. I feel like we weren't ready for the amounts of bumps and demos and the passing plays. Their sub actually was really good and really threw us off guard. We were thinking that, we'd keep the confidence going and we just win Game 3, but we underestimated them, which was on us. But going into Game 4, we figured out what we had to do, talked about it in between games, and we're like, we need to do this, and we just did that and just won.
Again, just winning is kind of the motto, at least, and the 4-3 record now. I know it's not been an amazing season for the Underworld Wolves, but this win might be able to give you your team some confidence, especially at the end of the season when I think this team is steadily at least improved, at least from what I've seen. I think this team is steadily improved, and because the rest of the teams, it's not going to be an easy championship. You're not going to have very good seeding, that's for sure, but with the confidence coming in for this team, with your match of the season, I think it's going to be a pretty good one as well. Yeah, against the Valhalla, Stellar, who I believe is also having a pretty good season. Yeah, they're actually having an okay season. They're 3-4 right now, so against them to end off your season, with your team again getting that confident win over the Baiters, going into that final week and really going into the playoffs, your team's got to start to prepare a lot because it is tough. It's single elimination playoffs, and your seeding's not going to be amazing. So you're going to have to really bring your A game in that, especially in that first week in that round of 16 match. So what is your team going to do, and more specifically, how is your team going to prepare for that that playoff match, because it is not going to be favorable for you?
Like you said, mono just winning. All we're gonna do is just get our rotations down, try to get our mental state back up, because that is something that we need to work on. But I mean, we can keep our mental how we have been, like how we did today. I think we could make a pretty good run into this tournament.
You definitely could here, but for now though, okay, get the focus on this week, a 3-1 win. Congratulations to Underworld Wolves, their first time winning on the stream. I'm cursed, I think, for this team because you came into the series 3-3, and I've seen 2 out of your 3 losses. So hey, we get to see you with a win here again. I believe your first win on the stream in again 95 days. I believe the same for Grim Queen, her first win on the stream in 95 days back when you both were on the Alpha Females in the Ascension Cup Season Zevo. For the Ascent Tournament Series. It's been a long time, but that win was well deserved over the Baiters here. Congratulations on your 3-1 win here, Aiko Wesky. Before you leave, any shoutouts, anything you want to say? I know you've, again, probably waited, but it's now over 3 months to be able to say something on the stream at the end of these interviews, so now's your time to say it. Any shoutouts, any final statements you want to make?
I want to shout out Grim, Trip, and Dead. They've all been playing really well, and I've always, especially Grim. Grim's been trying to get us really locked in on getting these games and trying to play as a team more. And Grim has just been a great teammate. I love playing with her. And I also want to shout out Fly Penguin, who is in chat. Old teammate, was on Disconnected. Disconnected, I'm sorry about that match. But mostly just the team and Complex. Complex hasn't done much with us, but I mean, he's still given us little tips in one of our games.
Again, you got Complex there waiting in the backfield if you need him as that coach. But again, congratulations though. A 3-1 win. This is all Underworld Wolves' black victory here over the Baiters. Congratulations on your win. Amazing Mr. Knight, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Yep, have a good night.
And that was Aiko Wesky, the captain of the Underworld Wolves, joining us in for a little interview to end off all their matches tonight. A 3-1 win for the Underworld Wolves black over the Baiters here. And earlier today, we saw some playoff matches. Untitled Esports Red with their win over Death Club Monkeys 4-1. And then Electronic with their win 4-0 over Calgary Esports United. What a day it has been. So many matches. It's been exhausting for me today. I've had a lot to do, but it's all worth it for Rocket League. It really is. We'll be, again tomorrow, actually, we only have 1 match scheduled tomorrow. But we'll be back for that tomorrow. It'll be another great match from the Rocket League Splashers. But for now, have a great night. Take care. Be well. We'll see you guys all very soon when the Spodia stream does come back. And I promise you, it'll come sooner than you expect. Pay attention to Twitter at SpodiaCRL or on my Discord. Link with exclamation mark Discord below for more updates. But for now, take care. Have a great night.